gotta leave? Needing that bad thing for the first time. Why you gotta leave? I can't believe I messed up, but that thing's mine. Why you gotta leave? Got me in the wrong, but I can't find right. Why you gotta leave? And I can't stop thinking about you.
This is a show called Why You Gotta Leave. It's either you got left or you left a situation, and we're gonna indulge in it. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. Also, chat, try to keep it non-toxic. We don't do toxic, but you can ask questions. That's fine, and we'll keep it going from there. You heard? All right. So, Gray, what's up? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. So what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about someone that left you, or do you want to talk about somebody that you left?
What if it was 50-50?
50-50. It was a mutual. We have a mutual one. We never had a mutual one, guys. We never had a mutual one.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
So, can you explain who this person was to you? Was they your wife? Was they your baby moms? Was they your girlfriend? Or was it just a simple entanglement?
Ex-wife, baby mama, entanglement, all three.
Oh wow! So we had a threesome, guys. We had a threesome.
Oh yeah.
So
basically,
how long was you married for?
I was married for 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
We were dating for 8, so all in all, together for about 10.
10 years, man. Shout out to the decade lovers, man. Shout out to the decade lovers, y'all. Y'all coming through with like some long relationships, y'all. I'm trying to be like y'all. I'm trying to prosper to y'all level.
Nah, that's too long.
That's too long. Okay. So can you explain to the chat, can you kind of explain like how y'all met, why you was interested in this person, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yo, this is gonna sound messed up, but I was actually talking to her cousin first.
Oh. Oh, so cousin, you did a switcheroo real quick.
Yeah, her cousin introduced us, and we ended up vibing. So yeah, we just kept on talking from there moving forward.
So was you and her cousin like dating or something, or was it just like kind of like talking? It wasn't nothing serious?
Nah, nothing serious. We were just talking, see what there could be. Okay. And then I don't know, when
homegirl came in and said, "You said this is better, man. I'm out of here."
Pretty much. She introduced me to her cousin, so I mean, it's not my fault.
Yeah. You did a little toxic move, but I get it. It happens to all of us. So then how did the cousin feel when she found out you was talking to the homegirl?
To be honest, the cousin was actually cool about it.
Okay.
Because we ended up seeing each other just like as friends, nothing more. So it was a mutual understanding that, you know, we were just gonna be friends, and it was cool with her for me to get with her cousin, basically. So a mutual understanding that I was just gonna keep a friendship with her and see what there could be with her cousin.
Okay. So now when you guys started getting to know each other, and you and your ex-wife now, what was that like? What made you interested in her, and what was the vibe like at that time?
The vibe was dope, man. Like, I don't know, it felt natural. I didn't feel like I had to put up some sort of persona or put up a mask or be somebody else that I wasn't. So it was nice to just basically be myself around somebody and them just understanding, you know. Yeah. So the vibe was cool. It was chill. She understood me on a completely different level. So it just, from there moving forward, it was just, we just kept talking, and one thing led to another. And this is gonna sound messed up too, but I mean, at the time when we started talking, she did have a man. So
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I
whoa,
felt
whoa,
bad.
whoa, whoa. See, y'all always missing the deets. The deets is what matters. So wait, so she had a man, and you was talking to her cousin. So she left her man for you, and you left her
She,
cousin.
so I was talking to her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Her cousin introduced us. I didn't know she had a man when she introduced us. She just
Mm-hmm.
we were just introduced. We started talking. It went about like 2 weeks where we were talking, and it like she just brought it up. She had asked me if I had a girlfriend. I said no. So I had asked her. She said yes. I was like, okay. So I kind of like, it made me kind of take a step back
Mm-hmm.
and actually think, do I still want to pursue this or not? And she had said that she was gonna stay with her boyfriend, but she was still wanting to talk to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm young, I'm dumb, I'm reckless, whatever. We'll keep it going. So I entertained it, and yeah, we kept it going.
Okay. So so obviously you kind of understood what was going on. Like you said, like you said, you was young, you was dumb, you entertained it. At this time, it was you know, the vibe was so good that these kind of little things, these little red flags, didn't really bother you, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't really bother me at all.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. So now what are you guys? Did she leave? Did you guys make it official? Was you like what happened after this point now when she left her
At
boyfriend?
at that point, she was still with them for, I would say, another 2 months, and we were still talking, just trying to get to know each other.
So all right. So so you said she was still with him for 2 months. Did you know she was with him?
Yeah, I still knew she was with them. Yeah,
And so you was playing side piece.
pretty much. Yeah, I was side piece. I ain't gonna lie, I was side piece.
Shout out
Like,
to all the side niggas, man. Y'all holding it down. Y'all holding it down.
I played my part.
You played your part. So was y'all smashing?
No, so
Okay.
at this time we were just strictly talking. Um, Nothing super serious. Like, I didn't go out to see her. She didn't come down here to see me. None of that.
Okay.
We were just strictly talking.
Okay. And now she leaves her man. She says, "Fuck it, I'm done with this dude." Side ninjas with it. She said, "I'm done with this dude. I'm out of here." Yo, I want to make. Did she say I want to make it official with you right away, or like how did this happen?
She had ended with her. She had ended with her boyfriend over an argument they had, whatnot. Um, as soon as she ended it with her man, I would say, oh, a week had passed, and
Mm.
then I found out. She didn't tell me right away. She just told me after a week.
Okay,
So I was like, you know what?
so they were
I'm
on the
not even gonna
rocks then,
wait.
right?
Huh?
They were basically on the rocks.
Pretty much.
Was you included in the argument? Did he know about you, or what was that?
To my knowledge, he didn't know anything about me.
Okay.
To my knowledge, he didn't know anything about me. To this day, I still don't think he knows anything about me. To be
Mm.
completely honest, I still don't think he knows anything about me.
So when you say you don't think he knows, like you guys was married, so he has to know that you was with her, but he didn't know about that you was with her when when she was with him, or he doesn't know about you. Period.
Like, he don't know about me. Period. But after they broke up, um, she had blocked him on everything. It went from her phone, Facebook, every IG, whatever was popping at the time. Um, so she just completely blocked him.
Mm-hmm.
She had called me. She was crying one night. She was talking to me, telling me what was going on, and
Smooth.
I took advantage of this situation. Was like, you know what? Let me show you how you're supposed to be treated. Let me
Oh,
be that man for you.
You came in like Superman. You came in like he came in like, yo. He He said, "Nah, fuck that, yo. I'm gonna show you what how a real motherfucker treats y'all."
Yeah, so
I get it. You doing your thing. You doing your thing. I get it.
I had to. I don't know. The vibe was just
The vibe
too
was too good.
strong and too like at that point it was just too strong for me to just because we basically when we started talking over the phone and everything, shit happened like I would say my 8th grade year in middle school, going into freshman year into high school.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been talking since then. She broke up with him like when I started high school.
Okay.
She was a year younger than me,
Okay.
so we made everything official basically when she ended it with her boyfriend that week or weekend, whatever. I
So
just
so so
I just
so
straight up asked her, you know, like
so right
or I
after
just
that
straight up told
week.
her.
So right
Yeah.
after that week they broke up. She told you, and then you said, "Yo, you want to be my girl."
Yeah, basically. And
So
it's crazy because it's like right before school started back up. Like the week right before school started back up. That's when everything just
so we're
hit the
summertime
fan.
right now. We're
Yeah,
in
it's
summertime.
summertime.
Okay.
And at the time, like again, I was young. I didn't really care at the moment, so I was still entertaining others, others,
Okay. All right.
but not to like. Okay, it was to like an extent. It was to an extent. It wasn't nothing super serious. I still didn't meet up with nobody. You
So
know, none of that. I just talked to them, just entertained them. That's it. But since I felt such a deep vibe with her, I was like, you know what? I gotta drop it. I gotta drop everything. I gotta
so wait,
make things.
Greg, let me ask you this question. So when you asked her to be your, like, let's make it official, and knowing that she just came out of a relationship, did it ever cross your mind that you could be a rebound?
Did it cross my mind? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did I care? No. Cause
Oh, you straight on some savage shit. You just like, yo, I want this. I don't give a fuck what it comes with.
yeah, I mean, I know she might have seen me as just a rebound, but I felt like the connection was just a little too strong for her to just see me as a rebound. So I just went for it.
You had the
I
confidence. I get it. I get it.
I completely just went for it. I was like, and we made it official. So since we weren't like she was like legit a 30-minute drive from where I stay. So it wasn't a long drive for me to go out and see her or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Still didn't meet up with her at all throughout high school. You
Yeah.
talk about like throughout high school, just straight um, Skype video chats, uh, messaging, talking on the phone. That's it. Like we never met up until I turned 21 and got my own car.
We always come off as better as the last dudes. Yeah. So okay, so now you're in a relationship with this girl. So what's the first year like? What like you said you was already caught up with her. So what's the first year like? How you feeling at this moment? Like I'm sure it's going good, right?
The first year was good.
Mm-hmm.
It no problems occurred, like no arguments, none of that, which I felt kind of weird
Mm.
because I was like, ain't no like in the back of my head, I was like, ain't no fucking relationship this fucking perfect. We gotta argue one time at least. Like fuck this.
Mm.
So I would say I had picked the first fight
So
or the
so
first
you
argument.
you felt like it was too good to be true, so you wanted to start a problem. So you
Not that I wanted to start a problem. It just felt like she was doing what I was doing. I would say
mm.
I'm not gonna say I was entertaining other people when we were together because I wasn't. Like when everything was official, everything had dropped. But
So
I felt like
great. Let me
she
ask this
was.
question, right? So you're saying you felt like she was entertaining other people. Is that solely based on because you knew that when she had a man, she was entertaining you? So
Yes.
so you knew she was capable of this.
Yeah, I knew she was capable of it.
Okay,
And
okay.
I was just like, you know what? no, I had like in the back of my head, I was like, I have to make sure like nothing's going on. So I had asked her because when I had so there was a screenshot that she had sent me about some guy in her messages in her DMs talking to her all lovey dovey. Come to find out, it was her ex.
The same dude you took her from.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I was playing stupid. I said, "So who's that?" She, "Oh, it's just a friend from school." La 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 la. I was like, "Oh, for real?
Oh, so
Is
she
that why?"
she didn't know you remembered who her ex was.
She either didn't. She either thought I didn't remember who he was, or she thought I was just stupid. And I'm just like,
Mm.
nah. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and play along with it. I was like, who's that? It's a friend from school. La 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 la. Whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Is that why on his last message that he had sent you before you replied, he said, "I love you." La 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 la. And at that time, she didn't reply. She didn't say nothing. I was like, all right, bet. So I just sent her another message. I was like, you know what? I'm done with the shit. I don't need the shit. You could, if you want to go back with him, you could go back with him. I really don't need it. I was just entertaining the shit, plain and
Mm-hmm.
simple.
So
So
now
she got
now you're
upset,
now in a sense like your pride and your ego's kicking in now.
pretty much,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I got you.
So she has says she had asked me, so you're trying to break up with me now? I was like, I'm not trying to break up with you. I'm leaving you basically. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm out the door, gone.
Woo! You said no bullshit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is that like she after that had happened, I would say a month went by. I didn't talk to her, but she had hit me up like, oh, I want to try this again. La 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 la. La. I messed up. I know that. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. Like, I'm fucking stupid, but I took her back.
So at this point in time, we can say you was in love with this girl.
I wouldn't say in love. I felt love. I felt strong feelings for her. Yes, I wouldn't say I fell in love yet. Be- this was like towards the end of that first year
So we're in the
when all
first
this started.
we're in the first year of 10 years technically.
Pretty much. So it was, and I get no, yeah, I guess, yeah, I was in love.
That's what I'm saying. You was in love.
Yeah, you could,
You
yeah.
was definitely in love, yo. Single
So
life to best life. Burp. So, all right. So now we're a year deep. You took her from her man. Then you kind of catch something where she's talking back to her ex man. A couple months later, you're like, "Yo, you ain't doing to me what you did to him. I'm out this bitch." You dipped. A month goes by now. Yo, she's like, "Yo, baby, I'm sorry. Like, it wasn't even like that." You're like, "Shit, I'm in my feelings. I kind of miss your smell. I miss everything about you. Fuck it, we gonna go back."
yeah, and then we're back together.
All right.
And
So now, so like, let's move on to the point where, all right. So okay, you're back
move,
now. You're back now. So go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, from there, let's like everything was, I guess, fine. I still have that little thought in the back of my head. She's still doing the same shit. La la la. I was like, so I didn't fully trust her at all.
Mm.
And I mean, she had plenty of reasons why she couldn't trust me either, because basically I had taken her from her ex, so she could see how I could be like sly and just dip, uh, dip, dip in whenever I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But
So was
everything
you messing around at this point? Because now at this point in time, you seem very paranoid, and you seem like your trust is at a minimum. So was you venturing off to other things and other entanglements, should I say?
was I venturing off, like was I entertaining others? Yes, I was talking to others.
Great.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna.
just
I'm
be
not gonna
straight.
lie. I'm not
Be
gonna lie.
straight up, man. I'm not.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not the girl. You can tell me, bro.
No, no,
Just
no.
be real.
I know. I know. I'm not gonna lie. I was a dog back then. I was completely a dog. So yeah, I was entertaining others.
All right, cool. I appreciate your honesty.
I
So,
was I was
so,
doing my thing. I was young. I was like, fuck it. I mean, she lived 30 minutes away. She ain't had no way to come see me. She ain't had no way to verify shit. So like,
so,
fuck it.
okay. So now this goes to my real point. Because you was doing what you do, you're like, damn, she could do what she could be doing the same motherfucking thing.
No, so I started doing that. Like, okay, so we got back together. Half a year goes by. I had that feeling that she was still doing the same thing. So that's when I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and entertain whoever I want. And
Mm-hmm.
it never got to the point to where I met I made anybody a serious thing. Like, I was just talking to them, nothing serious. We didn't meet up, nothing like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So now I'm assuming she's kind of feeling insecure at this time too, right?
she, yeah,
So
yeah.
okay.
So
So we got we're in a relationship right now and both of us are insecure.
yeah, at this point, yes.
Okay. All right. So now, well, she's half an hour away. So how do you get into the marriage situation? How do you get into having kids? Like, how does all this happen? With all these with all these red flags already. How does that happen?
Man, okay. When I say I wasn't ready to get married, it's not like I wanted a. It's not because of all the everything going on that or everything that we had going on. It wasn't because of that. It was because I didn't feel like this is so. When we got married, I had signed my contract for the army.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I see where you're going.
I I was deploying out. Like, I was ready to head out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wasn't ready financially to get married. I didn't feel like I was able to support her or my kid at that time.
Okay. So you already had a kid with her at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I already had a kid. I just I decided to go into the army because um they were gonna be able to provide for them while I wasn't here.
So let's back up just a little bit. So so what year did you have the kid with her? On the second year?
We had a kid our seventh.
Seventh year. So you're okay.
Yeah,
So
we're
all
deep in the relationship
so you
now. Like yeah, we've known each other. We've met up time to time. She's met my parents. I've met her parents.
so is any type
Everything
of
was
bullshit happening during this 7 years? Because we're skipped the whole 7 years. So is there any cheating? Is there any infidelities? Like I kind of need to know what was going on before the actual kid and then the marriage.
yeah, which is crazy. Like, nothing happened there. Like, we were good during those 7 years. Nothing actually happened.
So you guys
Uh,
insecurities went away.
yeah, the insecurities left. She trusted me. Well, I gained her trust. I would say she gained my trust, and
Mm-hmm.
we were good. We were like we had that trust. We had that trust in each other to where we didn't have to feel a certain way or we didn't have to question our actions.
Got you. All right. So she has a baby. So you're like, okay, well, we've been together for 7 years. We have. Let's have a like. Was the baby planned or was it something that just happened?
So to begin, like, no, we didn't plan to have a kid. We were practicing safe sex. We weren't just raw dogging anything.
You was a raw dogging dog? 7 years?
No, so we didn't raw dog
Whew.
because the first time we've ever met up officially was when she introduced me to her parents.
Okay.
So that same night, we had planned to like get away together um, before we met her parents. So
Mm-hmm.
we were planning to just meet up somewhere, and then I'll take her to go wherever her parents were meeting us at, whatever restaurant. So since we met up, I made sure I had gone to the store, bought a rubber, because I wasn't fixing the raw dog nothing at that time. I wasn't ready for a kid. I wasn't mentally
I
prepared for
feel
a
you,
kid.
bro. But
But
like 7 years, yo, I shout out to you, man. 7 years with no condom, man. Big shout out, yo. Shout out, Gray, man. He said,
so
"Fuck all that. I don't trust none of that."
I just I couldn't see myself to like I don't know, I just couldn't do it at all. I couldn't, just
So what?
too much responsibility at that time,
So
especially because like I was in college, I was trying to graduate, I was like I just had so much on my plate on top of going to work full time, going to school full time. It's just too much, and then to add a kid to all that, I
yeah,
wasn't
but
prepared at
she could
all.
have. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not okay. I can't say that because that's irresponsible. But it's not like if you have unprotected sex, you're gonna have a kid. You know, but it's kind of like this is your woman. So what was it like the first time not having sex with a condom with her? What was that like? Because technically that was your first time really having sex with her.
So the first time we had sex was when I met her parents. It wasn't raw dog. We were protection. The first time we had unprotected sex was when we met with my parents. And
Mm. So every parent it was a level up.
yeah, yeah, basically. So yeah, we met my parents. We raw dog, but since we were out at a restaurant, we just used the back seat.
So you shut the club up.
Yeah, basically. At that time, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Whatever consequences come.
That's what's up. That's
So
what's up, my man. That's what's up.
it's not like I wasn't, you know, I I knew what would happen like if I did, you know, shoot the club up. I knew
Yeah.
what was gonna happen. Was I ready for the situation? I wouldn't say I was, but I still want to go ahead and did it.
Hell yeah. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. You know,
Now,
I shot my shorty's club up too. The same shit happened to me, so I ain't mad at you, bro.
well, it's crazy because she didn't end up pregnant. Like
Mm.
she didn't end up pregnant that time. When
Okay,
she
so
did end up pregnant,
the first time you was good then.
yeah, the first time we were good. Nothing. she didn't have. She wasn't pregnant. I would say. Okay, so she ended up pregnant when we had protected sex.
What?
Yeah,
So
the
how's that possible? The condom broke?
either the condom broke or okay. So I don't know whether the condom broke or she intentionally did something to the condom.
Yeah, bro.
The
Cause
reason
like,
the reason I say that is because at this time, like, sex is good. We're doing good. I didn't feel like there was any problems. Like, yeah, we had little arguments here and there, just because like I was overworking myself. She was going to school. I was going to school, and just she felt like I never gave her enough time, which I could see why, but then at the same time, it's like I'm trying to go ahead and make sure I get my degree, make sure I could go ahead and provide for you and my daughter. I like if we do have a kid, I at the time I didn't know, but like I was just trying to make sure everything was good before we moved forward with anything.
Yeah.
But she just kind of felt like there wasn't enough time for me and
So
her. I was
so
like, well,
so
you know,
so
when
you're
you
are you saying that you feel like are you saying you feel like she felt like she was losing you, so she was like allegedly, we're not accusing anybody, but you felt like she was like, yo, I'm gonna make sure I get pregnant to keep him.
that's what I feel like.
Okay.
Now, do do I regret the situation? No, because I got a little girl. I love her to death. If I could redo anything, yeah, I would have, been. Hold on, my bad. I think I lost connection for a little bit. My bad.
Yeah, just chipped out. It was all good. So you're saying you don't regret anything, but if you could do it over again, you would, and then you chipped out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it again. I'll just be more cautious of like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, I'll make sure, hey, whatever the situation, I would make sure I was good.
Okay. So,
Uh,
so, so now we're
around
at, go ahead. Go ahead.
around this time, I would say like I was ending my last year of college. My last year.
Okay, so we're at the 7 year mark now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is when she ended up getting pregnant.
Okay.
I'm ending my last year. She's pregnant throughout my last year. I was just hearing I was just hearing nagging way too much. I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this. I'm done. Like I just you're putting too much on me and you're not wanting to take responsibility for anything. I'm just doing way too much for you right.
So
So
she got pregnant and then she started nagging.
yes.
So do you think it was the hormones? What do you think it was? Do you think she expected like a dramatic change within the pregnancy? Like what?
I feel like it could have been the hormones because hormones be acting up when they on their period. So, who knows what happens when they're pregnant. So I
Yeah,
feel like it
I
could have been the
know.
hormone.
Stressful.
But then again, like I don't know. Like I'm just it was just too much to deal with at the moment. So for me to have to deal with that and still having to deal with my schoolwork and having to go to work full time, it's just like I'm overwhelmed.
So all this happens now, and she has the baby. Now you're in. Does it get better or does it get worse?
So before she had the baby, I said I had told her, you know what, I'm done. I'm leaving. She didn't want me to, and I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and I gotta stick it out. I'm having a kid with her. I have to stick it out. I have to try to make things work out. So I dropped out of school.
Damn.
Gave her more time.
So why? Okay, why did you? Why? So you solely dropped out of school because you felt that would give her more time?
I dropped out of so even when I was in school, I was, still I was giving her time from time to time. We'll have like a date night,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it was always planned by me. I always took her out, did what I could to make sure to give her some time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but it just to me it just felt like it wasn't enough for her. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna
Never
drop out of
again.
school. I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna work overtime. I'll work two jobs, whatever I have to do to go ahead and make sure I'm financially prepared to, you know, provide for my daughter that's coming.
So that's the sacrifice that you was willing to make and actually made throughout this course of this relationship.
Yes.
A heavy sacrifice. You just said, "Fuck it, no more school. Bomb. I'm gonna work an extra job, whatever it does to take care of our situation."
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
So down the line, everything started going, I would say, back to normal to where we were able to talk to one another. We were able to have civil conversation. Nothing was, we didn't arguments again just because she was tired, I was tired, and we were just not at a point to where we should have been talking to each other or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So arguments just happened because of like little small things because we were tired or whatever. Nothing No big argument, nothing, which was perfectly fine for me. I didn't see it as a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then daughter is born. She gave me the opportunity to name my daughter, so I named my.
Sweet, sweet. That's good. That's good.
At this time, a guy shows up to the delivery room.
Mm-hmm.
A guy I've never seen. I know nothing about.
Hold on.
He's not
Let me
my
turn
friend.
you up. Let me turn you up a little bit, cause sounds like it's about to go left. All right, let's go. What you say? What?
So at the delivery room, a guy shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Just somebody I know nothing about. Somebody I don't know. He's not my friend, so I don't know who he is, what he's about, nothing. Shows up to the delivery room with gifts, congratulations, la la la. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let me size dude up, see what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm. As you should.
He's in there. He says congratulations to her. He doesn't even shake my hand. He doesn't like say hi to me, nothing. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, you gonna come into my my daughter's born, you're gonna come into the hospital like on this disrespectful shit. No. So he walks outside, I guess to quote unquote go to the restroom, whatever. I walk outside with them. I'm like, so who are you? Like, I didn't even say anything. I just, who are you, bro? Like, I don't know you. You're not my friend. Like, what's going on? And she was all like, oh well, I'm her quote unquote best friend. Now, reason I say quote unquote is because do I know if he's actually her best friend? No. Do I know if that's
You've
her
been with her
ex?
for 7 years
No.
at this point. You know all her friends.
Yeah. Or so I thought. So it was just like he bamboozled me. I didn't know who he was. He came out of
He
nowhere.
definitely miraged you. Definitely.
So, I sized dude up. I was like, who are you? What are you doing here? La la la. And he was all like, oh, well, I saw that she had her kid. I just came to congratulate y'all. I was like, congratulate us or her? Because you went in there, you didn't say hi to me, you didn't look at me, you didn't nod your head at, you didn't pay me any mind, bro. Like, so that's kind of disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to have my daughter in that room and you come in with like this negative energy or disrespectful tensions, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, like I just asked him, who are you again?
Yeah.
And I just need you to be straight up honest. And that's when he told me, oh, well, I'm her ex. I'm like, bet.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What, like he came in, you say, yo, okay. So your 7-year old relationship with your girl at this time, you just had a baby with her. Homeboy shows up to the hospital, doesn't say what up to you. He gives her gifts. He walks outside. You pull up on him, and you say, "Yo, fam, who the fuck are you?" And homeboy says, "I'm her ex."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, what the fuck? I be taking shit personal, yo. So I gotta depersonalize myself because I be getting mad, bro. Shit, like. So how you feel? What happens at this time? Like, what you doing? Like, what when he says that? What happened?
At that time, we were in the hospital. Like I couldn't swing on old boy.
Oh, obviously, because you'd be
I was like,
going
oh,
to jail. But
I
is he
don't know.
coming at you aggressive, or he's just like, "Yo, this is this is the vibe."
Well, the way he said it was like, I'm her ex. I'm here to stay, basically.
Ooh.
I was like, all right, bet. I didn't say no other word to him. I just walked away.
Yeah.
I went to the room, hugged my daughter, gave her a kiss. I went home, fell asleep, went to work.
So hold up, you didn't say nothing to Shorty? You didn't say nothing to her?
I didn't say a word to her.
So she obviously knows you know now.
She know she yeah. Well, she didn't know that I knew. She had a feeling, but
But
she
she
didn't
knew
know.
she knew he showed up to the hospital, so she must know. Be like,
She yeah. Well, I guess yeah.
so is that the same? Oh, so sorry. Is that the same ex that was the ex you took her from? Or is
So
this
okay, so that's that. So that's where I would say things get
blurred?
complicated because when me and her had taken a break, she had gotten with this guy. She had gotten she was together with somebody else.
So wait, y'all took a break? So how long was y'all break?
It so around our 5 year mark, I would say we ended things for about 4 or 5 months,
And
close to half a year.
she jumped into a whole relationship?
She jumped to a whole relationship. Now, I didn't know about it at that time. I didn't know about it until basically we had our kid.
Oh, so
Then
you didn't know nothing about it. So now okay, so some shit's happening.
yeah, this is like everything's like new news to me. I didn't know about him. I guess he didn't know about me, but
Hella smooth. She's super smooth, bro. Cause damn. So okay, so now you said fuck it. You just had your you just had your baby girl. You can't even enjoy that because you're pissed. You go to work, so you're just pissed at this point, right?
yeah, I'm mad. Like I that was the first time I would say I have ever felt the because I'm not a big drama person. I
Mm-hmm.
don't I try to stay away from it as much as I can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that would be I would say that would be the first time I've ever felt the need to start it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I mean, I was just, I was pissed. I had no words for her. She basically she had no words for me either. She couldn't say shit. Uh, so I just went to work. I went one day. I for the next 2 3 days that was she was in there. I didn't go visit. I didn't go visit. I didn't do anything.
So
Like
so
I just stayed home,
so you didn't go see your
played
daughter,
games.
nothing.
I didn't. Yeah, nothing. She was no communication, no text, no nothing, no calls.
Was she reaching out to you though?
She was reaching out to me. Yeah, she was hitting me up. Like she wanted to talk. La la la. It's like at this point I don't. I you have nothing for me to like. You got nothing. You have nothing to say to me. Like at all. Like legit, you have nothing to say to me. I got nothing to say to you. Done. Like
So
at that.
now this you're in you're in panic mode, you're heartbroken, you're angry, all these emotions is coming up. So you're not really accountable for your actions at this point. So you say fuck it, I ain't seeing this chick again, I'm staying home or whatever. You're in your mode, right? So now she comes out of the hospital. How does this blow over? Is this the point when you're done? Because I know you got married after this. So how did you guys get past this?
So the crazy part here is that she decided to walk away.
What?
She decided to walk away because, according to her, quote unquote, I did her wrong. I was like, first of all, when we had ended things, we ended things. I wasn't with you. You weren't with me. Somehow you had ended up with somebody else in somebody else's bed during that little break. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I completely stay loyal to you at that point. Like, I legit completely stay loyal to you at that point. I didn't mess around with nobody else. I cut everybody else off. I let you even go through my phone. You didn't catch me doing anything. Like, there was nothing on my. But somehow I had betrayed her. I was like,
It's
whatever.
it's
Like,
the
I'm
reverse
not.
psychology.
I'm not gonna do that. Like,
So
I'm just
at this point, your relationship seems mad toxic.
yes,
But now you have a child, so that's where
yes,
things get super complicated. So
exactly.
she walked away from the situation. She blamed you for it, for her fucking up. What now? So so now how do you guys get back together? And then because we're gonna have to like probably we got like a 10-minute gap because we got another guest coming in. But
Hmm.
so what at this point now? How do you even get into marriage with this girl? Because I know you said the
So
army and all that stuff.
so basically, we got back together after the whole argument because we wanted to work it out for our daughter. I wanted to go ahead and give my daughter a good life, so I signed up for the army. Now the army said I cannot deploy or I cannot fully go into the army unless I give up rights to my daughter or I marry the chick.
Mm.
With all the red flags, I didn't want to marry her at all. Like I didn't. I first of all, I wasn't financially prepared to marry her. Second of all, I did not want to marry her because of the red flags.
Is that why a lot of people in the army they get married mad early? That's what I've noticed. Because there's a lot of benefits to being married, I guess.
There's benefits to being married, but then at the same time, I'm not fixing to give up my rights to my daughter to her. Like, no, there's no way in hell I would ever give up my rights to my daughter. No.
Okay, so you didn't want to do that. So the only way to work around that is basically marry her. So
Yes.
at this point in time, this marriage becomes business. Kinda technically.
Kind of in a way, yes, business. But then at the same time, I still told her I loved her. I still told her I wanted to be with her. I wanted to make things work out for our kid. I want to make sure, our kid had both of us in the picture, not just one of us,
Yeah.
or see one of us more than the other.
Okay.
So, whatever reason, we were still trying to make it work. La da da da. Things happen. Now I'm in boot camp. Everything went by. Everything was smooth. We communicated. She came to see me. La di da di.
You get
Deployed.
you get married, but so you're married at this point.
I'm married at this point.
Got you.
I
De-
deploy.
Deployed.
Come to find out, while I was deployed, she was seeing. Well, she was sleeping. Better terms, with somebody that had came to our wedding.
What? Yo, my gosh. Yo.
So when I came back, like my 4 years were done. I came back. I came directly home. I didn't ask her to pick me up. I told
So
my mom to
wait,
pick me up.
hold up, Gray. Will you speed it up? So she was sleeping, she was sleeping with somebody that came to your wedding.
Yes,
So
family friend,
a
according to her.
a family friend. So was she sleeping with this guy during your wedding, or this happened while you got deployed?
This happened while I was deployed. He played Jody. He played his Jody part.
Jesus Christ. So she kind of seems like she has the same. I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm seeing she has a boyfriend and then she ventures out. She goes back to her boyfriend and then she ventures out. Kind of like basically how she met you.
Basically, but I was too stupid to see any of that.
But now you got a family. You forgiven her for some bullshit she did. You go off. You get deployed. So you're in a life and death situation every day. But you're like, yo, I gotta do this because I gotta feed for my. I gotta put food
I
on the
gotta
table.
feed my daughter.
I gotta feed my daughter. Your family to her too. You dropped out
No,
of.
like at this point, like when I was out there, I wasn't thinking about her. I wasn't worried about her. I was worried about my daughter. That's it. Like at that point, I knew I was no longer in love with her. I didn't love this chick. I didn't want anything to do with this chick. Like it was just I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't hold on to something that wasn't there. So
Yeah.
I knew at that time, she basically I couldn't be with her. I couldn't at all.
So you
And
was out of love with her now. So it was just like kind of like, all right. So she's sleeping with some guy that came to your wedding. You get
yeah, she
home,
was.
and what happens?
I get home. I didn't tell her I was home. I told my mom to come pick me up. My mom comes picks me up. My mom already notices something's off about the whole situation. So I didn't even want to tell my mom what was going on. Like I just felt embarrassed, completely embarrassed. Like I'm not fixing to tell my mom that, hey, I'm over here fighting for our freedom and shit, and this bitch is doing me wrong.
Big facts.
So I was like, no, I can't do it. I didn't want to tell my mom anything. I just kept it to myself. I was like, okay. So my mom picks me up. She asked me, are we going to our house or are we going to go? What are we doing? So I straight up told her, you're going to go, you're going to take me to her house or her parents' house where she was staying at for the moment. I'm going to pick up my stuff and we're leaving. Like, that's it. Like, we're leaving.
So how did you
Grabbing my
find out
stuff.
about the guy sleeping with her? How did you find out about that while you was deployed? She told you?
So while we were video chatting, old boy had walked in the background.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Old boy had walked in through the background.
So you found out because you was FaceTiming her and homeboy walked past the FaceTime and didn't realize he was FaceTiming.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. So
But did she know that you knew?
she didn't know that I knew. She didn't know I knew. She thought she could, just continue the whole shenanigan. I was like, okay, cool. You're gonna continue doing that. Bet.
Yo, I think this is like this might be this is like we've done interviews, bro, but this is like a top story, man. This one's taking the cake. So you get home now, mom's picks you up, you go to her parents' house to pick up your stuff, and then that's it, it's done?
Yeah, that's like I picked up my stuff, I grabbed my daughter and I took off. I didn't give her a word, I didn't say hi, nothing.
So
Her parents try
does she
to
know you know now at this point or no?
At this point she has a feeling like she knows something's wrong, obviously. She didn't know I knew about the guy until she had like texted me later on that day, like, what's going on? Why are you acting different? La 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 la. Like, motherfucker, like, you like legit don't know why I'm acting different. Like, that's stupid. Like, you know what you did. You should know what you did. Like, you didn't fucking slip and fall. Nutsack. Like, come on, yo. I'm not dumb. But
All right, so now let's speed it up a bit. So now all this happens. So what at this point do you go for a divorce or?
at this point we were separated. We didn't go for a divorce off the back because her parents at this time intervened, wanting us to talk about it, wanting to work things. I'm like, you gotta talk to your daughter. I'm shit out. I'm done. I'm not fixing to be treated like if I'm just second piece to somebody. Like,
Yeah, no,
no.
you gotta know your worth, King. You gotta know your worth.
And to this day, her parents still defend her. Like, no, she wasn't sleeping with nobody. I'm like, it happened at your house. Like, what? Like, you're gonna defend somebody who was doing me wrong. I understand she's your daughter, but like, come on now. You say you want us to work things out for my kid,
Parents
but
aided and abetted.
whatever, man. And I picked up my stuff. I left. Grabbed my daughter. I left. I since I took my daughter with me, she went to go ahead and this is where I knew, like, at this point is when I knew, we had to divorce, because at this point called the cops on me, saying telling them that I had kidnapped my daughter. I was like, that's crazy, because I just took my daughter away from a situation she shouldn't be in. Like, I took her away from. I didn't want her to, like, deal with whatever you're doing up with your mentality.
So because at this point in time you're pissed. You take the daughter. She doesn't know what's happening, so she calls the police and says you kidnapped the daughter.
Yes.
But you guys are married, so you guys have both dual. You guys have both partnerships of the child, so that couldn't really go that far.
Yeah. So, well, it's, I don't know. To be honest, like, the way they here in whatever, the way they do things here, it's kind of like, I would say, real stupid, because they'll believe the mom over anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying the mom's always wrong. I'm not saying the mom's always right. None of that. It's just like, the mom shouldn't always have more power than the father in situations like this.
Yeah, the mother will. The state where you in? You West Coast?
Texas.
Okay, Texas. Yeah, okay.
So they believe their cops came. They legit. I mean, I had nowhere to stay, so I was at my mom's house. They legit came in, kicked door in.
Wow.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? My daughter legit at this time is, I would say,
Flag on play.
man, she's 3 going on 4, I would say, this time. So I'm scared at this point, because I have my daughter with me. Saying, but they couldn't do anything, because, yeah, we're married. They knew they were wrong. I filed a whole complaint, whatever, whatnot. You know, time goes by. She wants to go ahead and talk things over, whatnot. We talked things over. We came to an agreement. Nothing could be done. Like, there's nothing that could be done.
It's
She
done.
she
It's
had to
done.
go.
Why you gotta leave?
I'm sorry.
It was done. It was done. It was done.
Yeah,
That's
it,
it.
yeah, it was just done. Like, she had to go. I couldn't deal with it. She said the same thing. She couldn't deal with me, which was fine. I had no problem with it. We signed. I wouldn't say she walked away or she left easily. I wouldn't say she did that, because
So what? She took you for everything.
um yeah, pretty much. It was too much. Like, at that time, she walked away. She filed for She filed first. She basically did everything on her own. I had no. I had no say in it.
Mm.
So, which is crazy. I was like, I still have rights to my daughter. I don't know why you're acting up. La la la. We uh we ended up getting the divorce. She At that time, it was just bada bing, bada boom. She
So
left. I left. Nothing else that we could do at that point. Not. I wasn't gonna continue, like, continue that fighting for my, like, for the rights of my daughter. I wasn't gonna do any of that. It was just. And then my daughter was she, she she's too young. She wasn't supposed. She's not supposed to be around any of that. So I just felt it in the best benefit, at my point, to just keep away from the situation, keep my daughter away, and not have my daughter go. So
so
divorce was finalized.
Okay,
At that
so
point, I had to go.
so we with a little recap, you was with this girl for over a 10-year period of time. When you first met her, she had a boyfriend. You came, you was talking to her, and she left her boyfriend. You was talking to her for a couple months while she had a boyfriend, and then she left her boyfriend for you. Then you
Pretty
guys
much.
were in a relationship. You found out she was talking. You felt like she was talking back and forth to guys, and then you found out she was still talking to her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah,
After that, a couple years go by, things are straight. Insecurities are both disappeared. You guys get into whatever at 5 year mark. You guys go on a break. Boom. You think everything's cool. It's a couple months. You guys say, you know what? Fuck it. We miss each other. Y'all get back together. Y'all have a baby. When y'all have a baby, some random dude shows up to the hospital and gives her flowers. Doesn't say nothing to you. You pull up on homeboy. You say, yo, who the fuck is you? Homeboy says, I'm her ex. At this point, yo, mate, thank you for that follow. At this point, you're like, yo, what the fuck? So you're pissed. You're in your feelings. You go home. She calls you up and basically says, yo, it's your fault, and ends up leaving you.
pretty much.
Then now, okay, cool. You're like, let me, and you drop. So now you forgot about that. You dropped out of school. You know, you had some crazy goals, so you dropped out of school, and you're like, yo, because she wanted more time. So you dropped out of school. And you got a bunch of jobs to feed your family. Then you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the military. But due to certain things, you had to get married. So you got married and you deploy. So you deploy. You're not in the country no more. You find out that she's sleeping with the guy, the family friend that came to your motherfucking wedding. Oh my gosh, this sounds so bad. So at this point, you're like, what the fuck? Fuck all of this shit. You get back home. You don't tell her. You go pick up your daughter because you miss your daughter. You ain't seen your daughter for some time. You've been in life-threatening situations. You're fighting for the country. Come back. You get your daughter. She calls the cops on you. And cops kick in your house. Boom. Do all this bullshit in front of your daughter. So you're saying, fuck it, I want a divorce. You get a divorce. She's on top of that, she still takes everything. She leaves you with nothing. That's where we're at. So my questions to you, right? You've been through all of this. You've seen the flags. You've seen the red flags, but you did chose to ignore them. What would you tell somebody that's maybe potentially in your shoes right now, or somebody that's possibly going to be in your shoes and it's just new? What would you tell them? What would your advice be for them right now?
Man, your worth, if you see a red flag, dip the second you see it. There's no point of dealing with it. There's plenty of fishes in the sea. You do not have to choose one person to make you happy, basically. Like, it's too much stress, too much work, and you we as people don't deserve to go through any of that.
Amen to that. And now, what is your mind moving on in the future for maybe your future relationship? How do you feel? Would you ever get married again, or you're just gonna you're just a savage now?
I mean, I did my time when I was little. I did messed around, did what I did. I felt like I didn't have enough time to do it. So yeah, nowadays I wouldn't say I'm completely ready to. Well, I'm ready to settle down if that right person comes along, but I'm not with the whole mind games. Like, I'm not. I'm just not with it. Like, either you come direct, you let me know what your intentions are. If you kick rocks, I don't have time
So
for
your
it.
tolerance level is extremely low now.
Yeah, my tolerance level for any games or anything like that, I'm not with it.
Man,
It's
10,
not,
10
not the
years a whole long time, man. And like Gray, I'm sorry you had to go through that situation, man. And we've got a lot of good men out here, and you know, sometimes we get fucked up, just like we got bad men out here and we got bad women, and it's kind of sad that good men don't get attracted to good women. We all get attracted to like bad. So yeah, bro. I love your story. I wish we could divulge more, but we got to get the next guest on, man. And yo, I appreciate you, man, even having the guts to come out here and say this. And because at the end of the day, right now, from your experience, you're helping people. You're giving people a wider perspective. And some people are going through this moment right now and keeping their feelings to themselves. And hearing this can completely change their mindset and hopefully save them from a fucking whole bunch of court bills and bullshit like that.
Yeah, I hear that.
So yo, thank you, Gray. We appreciate you. We gon' I'm gonna take a little break. Our next guest is gonna be Queen. Yo, Gray, stay in the chat, man, and we chop it up, bro.
For sure, for sure.
I appreciate you, bro. Yo, guys, that shit was